Can you do a more boring video than office fragrances? No, it's probably as boring as it gets. I went on YouTube, I searched office fragrances and I got a bunch of videos. Some were the office review from Jeremy Fragrances and other were office fragrances. And what I noticed with that was that many of them in the thumbnail had office safe fragrances. Fragrances good for work, fragrances that won't offend people and stuff like that. No, I get it. You don't want to offend people around you at work. If you're meeting clients, you don't want to offend them. You don't want to smell too much. And you don't want to be called the perfume girl, the perfume boy, or stinky behind your back. We are here to take a little bit of a gamble. We're gonna take a risky approach to this. We're gonna be a little bit more adventurous with the choices of fragrances that I have today. And the reason is, nobody will ever remember a fucking chicken. Let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think is a fragrance that is good for the office but that might be a little bit of a risk. A fragrance that maybe not is the safest option, not the easiest option. Hit me up in the comment section down below. I can't be that boring and show you the same fragrances everybody else already talked about. Fragrances like the soapy masterpiece Prada L'Homme, a classic aromatic green sort of a fragrance like Chanel Platinum Egoist, the also well-known Creed Aventus, another classic Davidoff Cool Water, or in some cases Green Irish Tweed by Creed. No, they won't even offend a fly. No. But today we're gonna take a closer look at some more risky office fragrances. So let's dive into it. How? My name is Tim and welcome to another edition of Smelly Sweet. A little bit more risky office fragrances. Take some. Where's your adventurous spirit? Where the fuck is your adventurous spirit? Take some chances, gamble a little bit, take some risk. Push the boundaries around you. So I have 8 fragrances behind me. Some I'm just going to talk a little briefly about. Some I'm going to talk a little bit more about as usual. So the first fragrance is Strong With You Only from Emporio Armani. Strong With You Only is a 2022 release and I think it fits right in this line. Now I recently said for compliments it is intensely. Forget about the original, forget about Absolutely, but for close encounters, Stronger With You Only is perfect. Now it has that characteristic chestnut in here that gives it a sweet and rich feeling to the composition together with the vanilla, but also some citrus in the top here that keeps lingering around until the dry down. Why would you wear this to the office? This is for you that want to be impressing a lady. That is where this one is perfect, because it is that close to your skin that you won't offend anybody until you get to a real close encounter. And when you come close to that lady that you want to impress, she's gonna smell how fucking seductive you just are. Strong With You Only from Emporio Armani. Fragrance du Bois Oud Bleu Intense. This is by far my favorite fragrance from Fragrance du Bois. It opens up with a nutmeg mandarin vibe here that makes me think of the ocean. But then you have some woods and oud in here that makes me think of a woody sailboat. Just perfect. Now, this isn't the biggest risk to take because the projection isn't that strong in this one, but it is an unusual fragrance to wear to the office because it has that kind of sea vibe in here that might not just be pure freshness. Now, I think that every fucker can wear this one, everybody gets away with it because it hasn't got the biggest projection. But bring a decant to work as well. Bring a decant, because around lunchtime you gotta improve your scent by 1 or 2 sprays of this one and you're good to go. And it is so beautiful, just so oh, you gotta love this one. And this one on a man or a girl, lady, whatever you prefer to call yourself, it just works with a blue suit, a navy blue suit instead of a gray boring suit. That is my take and my suggestion. Fragrance du Bois Oud Bleu Intense. Next out we have Plume Impressions Que Tal. Again, look at the sprayer of this one. They are amazing, the sprayers of Plume Impression. No, this opens up with a lot of woods. Maybe not your typical scent profile for the office or work, but hear me out. You have a lovely apricot in this one, in the middle, and it starts to shine through already from the opening together with the woody notes. And in the base of this one you find the iris musk combination that gives it a kind of a powdery, soapy aspect as well. So, apricot, soapy, woody. But that's not all what it is to this fragrance, because you also have some crazy good sandalwood. The sandalwood this company uses is amazing good. But this is a little bit more of a risky take. Why is that? Because it does sound very gentle, doesn't it? Woody opening, some warm spices, some apricot, some soapy vibes, some crazy good sandalwood. Doesn't it sound divine? It is divine. But there is some serious sillage to this one. Pick up people and start calling you for the perfume boy or the perfume gal, because it's pretty unisex. A stunning fragrance, stunning creations. Plume Impression is a stunning brand. Go check out Que Tal or the other offerings from this brand. Order the sample set. I bet you're gonna find something that you fall hard for from the brand Plume Impression. Next out, we have 21 Conduit Street from Jovoy. I believe I talked a little bit about 21 Conduit Street in just a recent video that I made, but let me hear you talk a little bit more about this creation. Now, it is a lavender based creation. That is why you might think it's pretty safe for office. But there is something to this fragrance that has a green herbal aspect. Now, what kind of a green? If I say you might know what I'm referring to. But anyway, the sweet green herbal thing here going on, if you overspray it, that will be overpowering. So the trick with this one is to not overspray. Go with 2 to 3 sprays for work, and you leave a great scent trail without that obvious sweet green herbal aspect. But if you overspray it, people are going to think that you took something to calm your nerves before a big presentation, or maybe that you just had an amazing fun day yesterday. 21 Conduit Street from Jovoy. Next out, we have Ambra Calabria from Nishane. Ambra Calabria from Nishane is, in my opinion, the most underrated fragrance from the house. Think of the color light green in the early springtime. That is the best way to describe this fragrance, because it opens up with that green, fresh crispiness, and then you have some dry spices. I believe it is coriander, and at the dry down you have a vanillic amber musk combination. A true beauty. I've gotten so many compliments from this one at my workplace, so it just works. But if it is for an enclosed office, a tight little office, you might be overpowering your co-workers. But that is, again, find your balance. Might just go with 1 or 2 sprays if you're in a tight little office. If you're a bigger office, go up to 3-4 sprays. Just amazing. As I said, most underrated. Fresh crisp, it's a happy scent. Again, a happy scent with a vanillic amber dry down. That is the one that I think has gained me the compliments, together with that freshness, obviously. So Nishane Ambra Calabria, I think, is an office scent on the little bit more risky side because of the power in it. Xerjoff Torino 21. Again, the reason this isn't office safe but office friendly, let's put it that way, is the power of the juice in this one. A green basil mint combination with some citruses and verbena that just keeps on pushing that citrus aromatic feeling to the composition the whole lifetime. It's not just a citrus that's there in the top and then it's gone. It keeps lingering around for all 8 hours that this one lasts on my skin. And for that reason, with the freshness in here, and the mint and the basil, and I just think it's fucking office friendly. Maybe not safe, again, because of the sheer power of this one, because it projects like crazy on my skin and leaves a great scent trail. Xerjoff Torino 21, if you want to take a little bit of a risk at office. Ganymede from Marc-Antoine Barrios. Now, this is another fragrance that I brought to work and let my co-workers try it. There was one that liked it, 2, they washed it off immediately. And I was actually surprised, because I don't think it's that weird, but I guess it is a futuristic scent. It's something they never tried before, and if you're not a fraghead, you might be overwhelmed by that, and that is where I think they were. Now, why would you wear this fragrance to the office? Well, it just fucking works. But apply it immediately when you wash yourself in the morning, because in the opening, there is where it is most pungent. So after an hour, when you arrive to your work, maybe it just fucking works. And the longevity, you don't need to worry about it ending half day of work, because it's gonna last you until you get home from your fucking work. And it is so beautiful because there is some kind of, I love this. It's not just your office scent, it's your fucking signature scent. This is signature scent worthy. Take in mind that I have 500 bottles in my collection. I've only owned this for like 5 months, so that dent is pretty impressive if you ask me. Now, the opening of suede and the metallic note is what puts people off, but when that settles, it gives a kind of a clean, fresh, crisp vibe, and that keeps lingering around you for the whole day. No, the sillage, the projection is pretty big, so you might offend some people, but who cares? Sometimes you just need to take the risk, and with this one you're gonna smell like the boss of the office, even if you're just a fucking running boy. Ganymede for Marc-Antoine. Next out we have Widian Aswan. For anyone who dares to wear this to the office, I just say bow, and I say hallelujah, praise the Lord. Now this is very similar to Widian's London. But the reason I don't say that you wear Widian London to the office is because there is a difference between them, and that is the freshness. This is a fresh take on the DNA that you find in Widian London. And for that reason, I mean, this is a big gamble to the office because it does project a fair bit. But as I said, who remembers a chicken? Nobody will remember a fucking chicken, but they will remember you by this scent. But 1 spray, 2 sprays for the office is tops. You don't overdo it with this one. There's the freshness lingering around. The suede, the raspberry and vanilla that is very prominent in London is a little bit more toned down in this fragrance. And that is why I think this would work very well for the office. Widian Aswan, a great take, a great gamble, and you will be remembered if you come with Widian Aswan to the office. That was all for today, my friends. For you who stayed this long, a big thank you. For you people who still think that I'm a fucking waste of space, that I steal your fucking air, piss off. The rest of you, see you around.